All right, what's up guys? I'm gonna be breaking down some more matches and more techniques from some of my favorite moments from a few weeks ago at the U20 World Championships. All right, the first match we're gonna be looking at is PJ Duke's gold medal match, where he hits a lot of really cool misdirections. So the first technique I'm gonna break down, they were kind of hand fighting, finger fighting, which is not really allowed, but the refs let it go on a little bit. And they were kind of real in a low stance. PJ was leading his left leg, and now I'm gonna attack and fake like I'm gonna attack that leg, right? As I fake, my opponent sprawls. I'm gonna get a hold of his lat for grip, and I'm gonna use this to pull myself around to the other side and get a really good angle with my head and his hip. Okay, from here, his partner started coming up and circling around, and he wasn't able to secure the leg because his partner had his hand and his arm in between here. So now I'm gonna look to just circle behind, and then I can bring him down to the mat and finish. Okay, so we're here, finger fighting, fake, get to this tricep, and re-step and get my head into his hip. Now, ideally, we just secure the leg and finish, but in the match, his partner wasn't letting him grab because he had his arm kind of elevating, controlling his hand. So now I'm gonna start coming up to his body and then looking to control him down to the mat. So let's show that one time fast. We're here. Walk him to the mat. This is about as slick as it possibly gets. All right, another really big series in that same match. He hit almost identically the same misdirection shot, but you're gonna notice he finishes differently because his opponent gives him a different reaction, which is gonna happen every single wrestling match. It's gonna be really hard to replicate it time after time. So they're still hand fighting here. It was an almost identical setup where he steps to the outside, his partner hits hand on the mat, and then he attacks the single leg. This time, his opponent starts squaring up to him and opening his hip up. So now I can slide into my high crotch, okay? This time, my opponent's gonna sit me to his butt, and he's gonna try to get to his crotch lock here, right? He starts in a crotch lock first, and then from here, if I keep my hips open and facing away from him, he's gonna lift me and send me through, okay? So what PJ does when he's in this position is instead of keeping his hips up and facing away, he turns his far hip down and turns it towards him, which at this point you can see his opponent switches his grip to a switch, left hand on the inside, here, right? So he's trying to lift the switch. Now his opponent, when he goes to lift, it's gonna pull my leg right over top of his hip. I can use my head as balance while I switch my hands. My top hand goes to his ankle, and my inside hand's gonna post out. Now I'm gonna start driving my hips into him. Now I still haven't scored because he has this ankle, okay? Because he has this ankle, I have to get my cross face in, control his elbow or his face, and then straighten my leg out so that I can get my takedown. Okay, so it's pretty dynamic in the way that his opponent was switching from traditional crotch lock to kind of a switch lock and tried to lift from there. Okay, so I fake, get this, shoot it to my high crotch. His opponent starts coming. I'm gonna try to turn my hip down towards him right away. This is blocking off any opportunity for him to actually finish the crotch lock. Here. Now as he switches and he tries to lift, boom, I can use my head as balance, switch my grip here so that my inside hand can come out, and now just run my hips down towards him. And even if he attacks my leg, I can cross face and straighten my leg out. So let's show that one time fast. Okay. Boom. You get the finish. And it was a crucial series. Instead of giving up 2, he scores 2 and goes on to win the gold medal match. And this right here was the moment that sealed the entire match for PJ. He was down late on criteria. I think he was down 5-5, and he kind of went for the same misdirection shot that had worked previously. So they're kind of fighting hands. This time he went to shoot, and he kind of got stuffed and got caught on his knee. As he was coming up, his partner was circling, trying to attack his leg here, right? So from here, once the guy tried to attack his leg, he got heavy on his head and then slipped into this arm drag right here. So he goes from the head to the arm, and then he attacks outside. We talk about it all the time. Switching your lead leg so that my left leg is forward, attacking. Now he starts bringing it up here, and as PJ was trying to get the leg all the way up in the air, his partner took that as an opportunity to turn and kick. Boom, go and turn and kick, boom. And he was able to collect it and finish, right? You gotta be really aware of your opponent trying to, especially in freestyle matches, if I have a single leg right here, and he's doing a good job whizzering or whatever, if I separate my hands, that gives him an opportunity to turn and kick away, right? So we just have to be aware of that and chase it. So again, we're fighting fake. Boom. Here he does a re-attack. Boom. I snap his head, get real heavy on his head, right to my arm drag. And I run the corner here, starting to finish single leg. Like anybody should do, you should try to lift it up, but you gotta be aware. As he lifts it up, he turns away and tries to kick, and PJ's able to take him down and win the match, okay? Show that one time fast. And finish. All right, I thought this was a really sick ankle pick from Audrey Jimenez. She had an inside tie on the left side. The opponent had a post on her right side. The first thing she has to do from here, she has to clear this hand, right? I can't attack if he's posted here. So I got to snap it here, and now kind of do an outside step and drop to this inside knee here. Attack the ankle. From here, her opponent started falling down to her hands, and she was able to circle up and finish. And then she eventually ended up finishing the match very closely with leg laces. So inside tie on one side. If I can kind of step back to create a little bit of space so that I can snap this wrist. And when I snap it, I want to use the blade of my hand, right? I don't want to use the palm of my hand or the back of my hand. I'm going to use the blade of my pinky here. But I got to create separation. So I go here. As he's coming forward, I'm going to step with this outside foot and attack his ankle here. Now, a little bit faster, it should look like this. Boom. You see how his hands came to the mat because of my pull. Now I can look to finish across and finish the match. So we're here, boom, inside tie, boom. Attack this inside ankle pick, my inside knee's down, and then my head's gonna kind of look to go around. If I can get my head behind here, it's even better. A lot of times though, you might get in here, have to finish a normal single leg. So here, look to circle behind and finish. I'll show one more time fast. So we're here, and get the single leg to finish. All right, guys, we're gonna end with a little bit of a fun one. This we call this the bump. He had a chest lock here. His opponent was really hard on his heels, right? So he's leaning back, right? As he's leaning back, he lets go of the lock and throws his hip in, boom, and just sends him flying backwards. This one is all, if you ever do, what do they call that lift where you hip thrusters or whatever? This is perfect for that. So you pull him into a front headlock, boom. If you feel like the opponent's trying to kind of walk away, he's on his heels, I can throw my feet in, boom, and throw my hips right into the back of his head and send him to his back. It works 90%, 60% of the time, every time, okay? And then once he gets the takedown, boom, boom, so now he goes on top and finishes with a few gut wrenches from top and is able to get the tech ball. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're so excited to be partnered with FloWrestling and delivering you guys the best wrestling content, breaking down your favorite techniques and breaking down the techniques that are working at a world-class level. Make sure you guys head over to Athletes Ocean. We have the best instructors on the planet teaching their favorite techniques and get better at wrestling. And keep sending us clips on techniques and matches that you want us to break down, and we'll keep giving it to you.